Hello, everybody, and welcome to Amazon Live. I apologize. I'm a little bit late tonight, about a half hour to be exact, but anyone that knows me knows that I'm always about a half hour late for pretty much everything, which is a little bit ironic that the name of my storefront and the name of this show is Beautifully Organized by MARCY McKenna. But I was just talking to my BFF from childhood who happens to be here with me tonight. Hi, Kristen. Hi. And she was kind of laughing about how my life is so chaotic and I do have so much going on all the time. And I was explaining to her that's why I love organization so much. And I love finding solutions that keep me organized because there is really just something about when there's a place for everything and everything is in its place, no matter how chaotic life is going on around you. For me, anyway, it gives me this sort of sense of calm that I so need. And I do have a busy life, very busy career. I've got 3 kids, a husband, take care of my mother-in-law and my mom. I've got a dog, lots of traveling, lots of stuff going on. So for me, not only do I create products that keep us organized, whether you're at home or on the go traveling, I do a lot of travel products, but Amazon Live is so wonderful to me because it feeds my soul and it feeds a passion that I've had for years of finding these incredible products that are sort of hidden gems that nobody knows about, but that make our life easier or that save us time or save us money or just keep us organized. And the fact that before I used to share these with all my friends and family, and now I get to share it on such a bigger scale through Amazon Live. So this is just kind of my dream come true. This is so much fun for me. And I'm just getting ready to kind of ramp all of this Amazon Live world up. So if you're here, I'm so glad you're here. And I want to invite you to follow my storefront because when you do follow it, then every time I go live, you'll be notified and you can either watch or not, but at least you'll know that it's there. And I always try to have a theme to every live segment that I do. A lot of times on Amazon Live, you'll see people just doing deals or, I don't know, picks of the day, things like that. But I always try to really keep them to my real world and kind of what's going on in my life, whether it's, we're heading into the holidays. So I'm getting really excited about a segment I'm putting together called the Hostess Gift Hot List. So these are my favorite hostess gifts that I love to give during the holidays. So that's coming up. But kind of room by room. Today, it's the beautifully organized closet. And I think we all could probably use a little help in our closets. And so for me, it's been so much fun digging through Amazon, looking for those super cool products that can really take your closet from cluttered and messy and disorganized and like you don't even want to look in there to really elevating it and opening it up and kind of making it look like you have your own little celebrity stylist. So there's some really fun items today. I can't wait to show you. So I do want to tell you the other thing I love so much about Amazon Live is that different from HSN and QVC, which I also do, I get to interact with you. That's my favorite part about it is that this is live. HSN and QVC are too, but I don't get to chat with you live. So I really do want to invite you guys to, if you have questions, if you see items that maybe you need a closer look at it, or you want to know something about it or whatever it might be, or maybe you have it and you want to share how you use it, please, please, please chime into the chat and I will try to answer all of them. I'm already seeing some. I'm seeing Tracy. Hello, Tracy. And Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Good to see you. Or good for you to see me because I can't see you, but I know you're there. So thank you for being here. And Shelly says 100%. So thank you guys. This is so fun for me. And let's dive in because I do have a lot of products that I want to show you. And I'm going to start actually. So I'm going to go to the carousel and I'm always going to highlight the one that I'm talking about. So, you'll know how to get more information on it if I'm not doing a good job and giving you enough information. Stacey King says, so exciting. Hi, Stacey. Kristen says hi. So what I'm starting with is, so this is my new Amazon Live set. This is great for me. My family is so happy because I was doing this from my house. And every time I did it, I had to kick everybody out. The dog had to go for a very long walk. And I, kind of tore the house apart to do it. Well, now I built a set in my office so I can go live whenever the heck I want, which my goal is 3 times a week. So hold me to that. I'm going to do it. It's because I love doing it. It's just a matter of picking out all the products and making it happen. But now that I have a set, it's so much easier. So I built this set myself, very proud to say, but it was easy because, of course, I got it all on Amazon. And the first one I want to show you is this, which is really a freestanding standalone closet. I wasn't even going to show you this. This is not why I have it here, but I am loving it so much. And it was so easy to assemble. And it's very sturdy, very durable. And I was thinking about so many uses for this. If you have a mudroom and you want, kids' backpacks, there's even hooks here that I put hats on, but it could be for backpacks. It could be for hats and coats and scarves or whatever it is. But it's got the shelves here. It's got the closet rod there, and even more shelving space on top. So maybe you have a big closet and it's not a lot of usable space. Well, by just putting this inside, you have that instant organization, and it's just such a great use of space. So, I was even thinking, I have a son away at college. Kristen has a daughter away at college and one in Spain. And I was thinking about how great this would be for college, even like these closets that are like just empty and there's no organization to it. You can build this at school so easy and put it right in the closet or even right in the room and have all this extra storage space. So anyway, that is the first item, and mine is all white, but it also comes in a really sort of farmhouse style that I really like also with, kind of iron and wood. So I think you can, if you click on it in the carousel, you'll probably see the other style as well. Okay, moving on. Shelly says, looks great. Love organizing, makes me happy. Me too. Organizing makes me so happy. And for me, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but whenever I'm stressed or whenever something isn't going great in my life, I always find that I default to cleaning and organizing. Like that is my therapy. And I have a 15-year-old daughter, and I'm seeing her doing the same thing. I can always tell when she's struggling with something because her room is suddenly clean and suddenly very organized. So there's just something about that. So it's really fun for me to be able to really have that be my focus of everything that I'm doing here at Amazon Live. Okay, moving on. This next one, I saw this a long time ago at the Houseware Show, and it stuck with me. When you go to these big trade shows, you're not able to buy the items when you're there, but you see them and you think about whether there's something that you want to do something with. I was thinking of HSN when I was there, and it stuck with me for years. And so now doing Amazon Live, I came across it again, and I thought this will be so fun to add to the beautifully organized closet. And I'm going to pull it up right here. So this is a belt organizer. That's what it's called. I'm going to set it. Can you see it here? Actually, let me move this. Okay. So this is that crystal clear acrylic that there's something about acrylic that just to me looks rich and elegant and expensive. It's, it kind of looks like you're in a high-end department store, no matter how you organize with it, whether it's your office or your closet or your vanity, anything. You cannot go wrong with acrylic. And I love that it really if you have some special belts, that it just puts them on display. So they're not only protected and organized perfectly, but they're on display. And when you see them, you wear them. And I find I used to put mine away in a basket underneath my bed, and I would forget all the belts that I had because they were just so hidden away. And this is a modular set. So you can use as many of them and you can add to it. You can go as high as you want. You can do different stacks. And it's very, very high quality, really good, really high-end acrylic. But I want to show you right here, there is a little metal magnet, which I love because when you put them on top of each other, they actually kind of lock into place with that magnet. So again, it's really high quality, and I'm showing it with belts here. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers that it comes with. but I'm showing it with belts. But of course, my wheels spin about all the different ways that you can use this. Maybe it's jewelry. Maybe it's tech accessories. Maybe it's all of the above. And one, you keep your tech accessories in, and one, you keep your, God forbid, our masks in, and one belts and jewelry. And there's so many different ways to use it. And like I said, you can do, 2 stacks or a really tall one. Boys, girls, it could be something that you have it on your vanity and you have all your hair accessories in one, cotton in the next one, Q-tips in the next. It's kind of one of those limitless things. I also think this is kind of a fun gift because it is sort of outside of the box and nobody that I know owns this yet. And I think to get something like this and then fill each one with something, whether it is a belt, if there's a special belt that a friend wants, or maybe it's filling it with candy or anything. I just think this is a really great addition to any closet, any bedroom, any vanity, dresser, you name it. So, so pretty. So I'm super happy to be able to show you that today. And any questions on that? Good evening. Love the belt organizer. It's going in my cart right now. Yay. The other thing is, if you buy things in my storefront, I would love for you to send me pictures when you start using them, because I love to post pictures in the storefront of these items being used in the real world, not just these fancy lifestyle shots, but I would love to see you really using it and how you're using it. So definitely send me a picture when you start getting it all organized. Okay, moving on. This one is so, so pretty. And again, very high end, very quality. It's not inexpensive, but it's so worth it, in my opinion. It is designed for organizing your clutch purses. I want to show it to you without anything in it. So it's that polished gold, just stunning. And I think in a closet, just a few touches of gold, if gold is your thing, maybe silver is your thing, but just a few touches of that can look so pretty and can elevate the whole look. And I think when your closet's pretty, when you create an environment where you get to feel beautiful and feel elegant when you're getting ready, it just makes that whole experience so much better and so much less chaotic feeling and sort of out of control. So this to me is like kind of the epitome of that. It's so pretty. So again, it's designed for clutch purses. I'm sure there's a million different ways you can use it that I'm just not thinking of at the moment, but that's, really your favorite, very special purses that you want to put on display. This is how you do it. And again, I think this is a great gift for somebody that loves handbags. Super. Okay. Amazon customer started following me. Thank you, Amazon customer. Okay, moving on to the next item. This one I do not have with me, but I did want to highlight it. I've shown it in other Amazon live segments that I've done because I'm a huge, huge fan of acrylic dividers, shelf dividers. And the ones that you're seeing in the carousel here, again, every product that I bring you, I try to bring you the best of the best. I think on Amazon, we all see so many of the same products sometimes with just different names and different brands. And how do you know which one's good and which one is really, low quality? I think we all tend to, kind of go for the lower priced ones a lot of the time and say a prayer that it shows up and it's great quality and you're happy with your purchase. But we all know that that's not always the case. So I kind of look at my job being an Amazon influencer as doing the legwork for you and being that guinea pig and trying out all the different ones to find the best of the best and then to share that with you. So that's what I always try to do with my products. If I ever recommend a product that you don't love, please, please, please reach out to me to let me know that because that's how I can do better to serve all of you. And you can always go to my website, MARCYMcKenna.com, and you can always reach me there. And it's Marcy with a Y. I mean, you can see it there right on screen. And I'm going to just take a breather real quick just to remind everybody, if you haven't already, please follow my storefront because then I get to see you more and you get to know about all the lives whenever I go live and when I add new products to my storefront. So that would be great. So back to the acrylic shelves. So they are, as you can see in the carousel, this comes in a set of 4. It's, again, that crystal clear, very pretty acrylic. So wherever you use them, whether it's in your closet, you just basically they have a sort of a slot that just slides right onto the shelf, and it creates that instant dividing wall. My favorite use of these is in a linen closet, because to me that can be such a mess, and to be able to put them in and have pillowcases and full sheets and queen sheets and king sheets, and then you can even put labels on the shelves as well. It just creates that instant organization that looks really elegant. So it keeps everything in its place, looks really pretty. And again, this particular set is super high quality. So I use them in the linen closet, use them for towels. I use them in my kids' closets, our closets. I use them in my office to separate different books and supplies and different things like that. So there's so many uses for them. And I've seen people use them in their pantry. I personally don't, but I've seen it used that way. They're just kind of that staple when it comes to organizing that I think we can all use. So that is that. Okay. This one you may have seen me talk about also, because talk about a product that has so many uses. I actually did a segment not long ago on the essentials for college dorms and college living. And so that was the first time I showed this. And so basically, I'm going to start by showing you what it looks like when it arrives. So when it arrives, this is it. And you're going, what the heck is that? I think it's very clever how it's designed. So I wanted to show it to you that way. What this is a cube storage ottoman. And many of you may have one. This is one of those products, again, there's so many of them. Some of them look really cheap when you see them in person. This one looks like real leather. It's faux leather, so it's a pebbled, again, really high quality, cushioned, tufted. I love that it's faux leather and not real leather, because it can be very easily wiped clean. So this is actually mine that I step on all the time. I use it constantly, and it looks brand new. So this is the top, and then it comes with the floor. I'll show you how that works in just a second. And it just pops open like so. I put the floor into it, and this very thin floor creates such strength in this storage ottoman, you would not believe it. This can hold up to 300 pounds as a step stool. So just by putting that floor in, and it is so roomy. You can fill this with so much you can't believe. Think of all the different ways you can use that. Now, I love it in a closet, because not only can you store shoes and purses and sweaters and you name it, not only can you store all that in there, but it also becomes two things. It becomes a step stool, so you can get to things that you can't reach, which at 5'1" is a very common thing for me. So again, I don't weigh 300 pounds yet, thankfully. But if I did, it could hold me. That's how strong it is. But the other thing is, I love that I can use it to sit down and put on my shoes and put on my socks. So it gives me that little stool for anything and everything. So the other thing is, if you take the top off and you turn it over, if you were using it in a living room space, or college kids, their bedroom is their living room, when you turn it over, it becomes a tray where it's got a hard base on it. So you can put wine and cheese and, coffee or whatever you want on it. And so it's sort of like a little coffee table as well. You turn it back over and you've got extra seating, extra storage, place to rest your feet. It's just multi-use. You can't go wrong. Every room in the house. My mom has a couple of them in her living room, and she uses one for extra blankets and pillows for when she has a guest over, which is usually me. So, and then the other one, she puts all her gift wrap. So ribbons and bags and tissue and all of that. So, the limit to it is just endless, what you can use it for. So that is that. And again, I want to stress that this is one of those products that you can find a bazillion of them, but look for the really high quality. And this one is FHE. FHE, is that right? Yeah. Yeah. And so that's this one. I think if you read the reviews, you'll see it's really, really, really well done. Okay, this is one of my favorites. And I actually posted this one on Instagram, and it got a lot of attention. So it really showed me what I thought, which is I think we all struggle with how to organize our glasses. They're always, for me, I kept them in a drawer, a big jumbled mess. They were getting scratched. I could never, get to the one I wanted to get to when I wanted it. So this product right here, very inexpensive, but it just puts your glasses on display. It holds 4 pairs, but there are different versions of it. So there's some that hold, you're seeing the one in the carousel is 6. I think there's one that's 2 and 3, but it's just such a simple solution. But again, the acrylic just looks so pretty, so elegant, and it could be something that you keep on your dresser, on your vanity, in your bedroom somewhere, or it can be out on a little, entry table so that you can always grab your glasses, the ones that you want when you're heading out the door. And if you're like me and you can't see quite as good as you used to, it's great for readers also. And I think we all know if you use readers, you can never find them when you need them. So to have a display that you just always put them back right there is really handy. And again, I think it just looks, it looks like a high-end department store display. So it's such a nice touch to kind of elevate the whole closet or bedroom or vanity experience. And I think, gosh, yeah, it's so inexpensive and really great quality. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, this is similar, I guess, in a way. And this is a 3-tier jewelry display. And I love this because it's really, sort of modern and clean and simple. But at the same time, it has a little tiny bit of glam to it because it is gold, but it's that matte gold finish. It's by a company that you might have heard of before. It's called Umbra. And I love so many of their items. And I have seen them. I was talking about trade shows earlier. I've seen them at many trade shows, and I spend so much time in their booth because so many of their items are so clever, but they're always so nicely designed, so beautiful, so quality. So for me, the Umbra products make such great gifts, and we're heading into holiday season. So I think of everything that I'm showing you today in that realm. I'm going to pause for a second talking about all of this because I've been telling my friends this, and this is going to sound like a sales pitch, but it is so not. This is the God's honest truth. If you don't already know that this is happening, you need to know that it's happening. I live in Southern California, and we're very close to the water. And when we look out to the ocean, we see, big giant ships out there, freight. What's it called? Freight boats, ships. Freight ships. I don't think that's it, but whatever. Anyway, and there's the containers, and they're stuck out there. And what's happening is the shipping costs for a shipping container has literally skyrocketed in the past, I don't know how many months it's been, maybe 4 or 5 months. So a shipping container, and I know all this because I do have a product line on HSN, so I deal with shipping things in from China all the time. And a shipping container that used to cost $3,000 today is costing $25,000 for that same shipping container. So basically, if you have products, you're having to amortize that new shipping cost across all of the products that you have inside of that container. So you can imagine what that does to the price and to the people that are creating these products and trying to bring them, overseas. So when I tell you that holiday season shopping this year is going to be different, it absolutely is. Everything is so delayed. I have a shipment that was supposed to be due. It was supposed to come in at the beginning of September. It's now looking like beginning of November, but I think we'll be lucky if it gets here beginning of November. So everything is delayed. I really foresee there being a shopping frenzy when people start realizing that holidays are truly right around the corner. So if you have kids and there's those products that they're just dying for Christmas, now would be the time to get those because it's going to be one of those. My daughter was looking for a Halloween costume, and there's one that she had her heart set on, which is $29. So I said, sure. When she went to buy it, it was sold out everywhere because they are not bringing any more Halloween costumes in because everything is stuck. So she has found it on a couple websites, and guess how much it is? $250 for the $29 costume. So needless to say, she's not wearing that costume this year. But I tell you that because I just think not enough people realize what's happening. And if you have a chance to do early holiday shopping, I highly recommend it. I may be doing lots of gift cards this year because that'll be a lot easier. Anyway, back to Beautifully Organized Closet. Let's see what else we have going here. I love that. Okay, belt organizer, great. So this is the Umbra 3-tier. What I like about it, as I was saying, is it's just so pretty and so kind of minimalist, modern look. And I think it was originally designed mostly for necklaces, but I use it for everything from, as I was wanting to show you here, you can hang earrings on it. You can, because of that 3-tier design, earrings, watches, bracelets, and then those really long necklaces can go back here. And then I also really love this tray down here. So for rings, or I put cuffs on it. So it's really nice. And I think if you have sort of a shelf kind of unit, I put it up here. Because it's just, it kind of looks like art in a way. It's just such a pretty way to display your jewelry. So that is that. Moving on. Okay, this next one is a new discovery of mine. I have struggled for a long time, and I think we all probably do if you love boots as much as I do, how to store your boots, how to organize your boots. Boots can be expensive. And the way that most people store them, they can really get damaged and not last very long, because I wish I had a pair with me. But, if you're wearing the taller ones and they kind of flop over, they're going to get creases on them and they're going to start to show that wear and tear very quickly. So many of us buy those, big things that you insert into the boots to keep their shape. They're real kind of bulky, the size of what your calf would be. Well, these I thought were so clever. They're, very, very thin plastic. So when you're storing them, they're basically almost non-existent. You can put them under your bed. You can put them anywhere. They're so thin, but they are good quality, but they bend, and you just fold them like that and stick them inside of boots. And it keeps them in the perfect shape. They weigh almost nothing. So they're not like those typical bulky boot shapers. And the other thing I love about these that I discovered is that you can customize these for the size of your boots. And to do that, all you have to do is cut them. So, we all have, I think, different size boots. So when you get it, it comes in 2 sizes. I think it's 2 sizes. Maybe it is 1 size. Actually, I lied. It's 1 size. But you take the 1 size and then you cut it to whatever you want. And it comes with 4 inserts. Just a really simple product, but so smart and solves such a big problem. So very clever. Excited to find that at the last minute to be able to show you guys that. Okay, moving on to, this was another last minute ad because I didn't think about it, because I've been using these storage bins for so long in my life, for years and years and years. We have so many of them in every room of our house. Even our dining room has some. I love these cube shelves because they can stand up straight. They can, go on their side. We just redid my daughter's bedroom, and instead of getting her a traditional dresser, we got her one of these, and she loves it because she can display, her candles and books and jewelry and all of that in some of the cubes. But then she can have the cube bins when she's got one for PJs and one for her volleyball stuff, and so it's kind of a customizable solution for really any room in the house. Great for kids' toys. I use these in my office for all of they're the perfect size for files. So all of my files go in these instead of a traditional file cabinet. And this particular one, let's see which one's the least full. So you can see I actually do have my files in there. But I want to bring it up close because the material is so nice and so rich and expensive looking. Some of them, again, can be very, very cheap and cotton that gets dirty really quick. This has a very slight sheen to it. Almost looks like a high-end linen. And then it's got the polished silver handles on them that are, really durable. I really load mine up heavy, and they work great. They work great. These are such a good solution. So I added those in because I think any closet can benefit from having these bins. And it's just kind of a non-traditional way of storing and organizing all of your things, really. Okay. She loves the boot shapers, love that they're customizable. Me too. And I don't know if they were intended to be customizable, but I had my little inventor hat on and made them customizable. And it worked perfect. So that's a great solution. Okay, the next one, and right here. I'm using these like crazy right now. And it's interesting because I usually use these more in the spring, but this year I've found a lot of uses for them right now. And these are, I'm sure many of you are already using them, but if you're not, please pay attention because they are a godsend. These are the vacuum storage bags. This particular one I really love because this is a hanging vacuum storage bag. So when you're putting your ski clothes away for the season, when you're putting those big bulky coats and jackets and things like that away, by putting them inside of one of these bags and then sealing this very durable zipper, it's got a little device here that zips it perfectly, so it keeps it all airtight. No mildew, no dust, no moths, no nothing can get inside of here. And then you take a regular vacuum and you put it up to the valve right here. It sucks all the air out, and jackets that used to take up this much space will literally take up this much space. And then you can just hang it in the closet and scoot it to the side, or, maybe you put it in your garage. But these are so wonderful because then the next season when you take them out, you just release the valve and it comes back to life to the regular size and everything smells fresh. There is no mildew, there is no dust, there is no moths, there's none of that. So it's such a brilliant solution. I'm using them right now for bedding. So I have a lot of the garment ones, but I also have just the traditional ones. So comforters, blankets, pillows, all of that. I put them in here and they go from, big giant, and they take up very little space in our garage is where I keep them. I have a set of 12 pillows that I use for entertaining. We do like an Asian style New Year's Eve party, and we all sit on these pillows. And for years, they took up 3 giant black trash bags is what I kept them in. And just the other day, I thought, why don't I put them in one of these? I was thinking I might need 2 or 3 of them. I put all of them in one, and it condensed down to tiny. And I couldn't believe that I let them take up that much space in my garage for that many years when it could have been that size. So this is a great way to clear out space in your closet and free it up so that you can have that beautifully organized closet that I think we all are after. And once again, this is a really high quality bag. There are so many of them that leak, and I've tried a lot of them. So make sure if you don't get the one that's in my carousel and you're going to get some, make sure that you read the reviews, make sure that they're really high quality, because it can be a disaster when you're not realizing that they leaked and then it's all over your garage and everything's open or wherever you're keeping them. Okay, the next one, I have to tell you guys, this one, I did a product video on this years ago because I loved it so much and it changed my world when I started using it. And it's been one of my most popular product videos I've ever done. And inside of my Amazon storefront, this is the single most bought item of anything in my whole storefront. And it is basically a set of organizers for your underwear drawer. And it comes with, I think it comes with 5 actually. Double check that. But when you get them, this is what they look like. So they're collapsible. And then you quickly open them up and they have a zipper on the bottom here. You just zip it like that. And voila, you have a very lightweight but very organized way to store and organize all of your, this is the one that I use for underwear. And so each pair of underwear has its own little spot. So we all have those certain pairs that we like to wear more than others. And it's so nice to be able to find exactly what you're looking for like that, instead of that jumbled mess of an underwear drawer where you're constantly digging through it, trying to find what you're looking for. The bras are mixed in with the underwear or mixed in with the socks. you guys know what I'm talking about. I have a feeling. So it comes with one like this. And this one I wanted to show you because I really like this one a lot. I keep my shapewear in this one, and also tank tops. And I don't have it all full, but I also put a belt in here just to show you there's so many uses for it. But this is really sized nicely for that. Even gym clothes, depending on, how big your gym clothes are, but leggings and the workout tops and all of that fit really nicely in here. And so these become modular depending on the size of your drawers, where you can fit, multiples in a larger drawer. They can stack if you have deeper drawers. So it's a really nice solution. I'll show you the other ones it comes with. This one I use for socks. And because my feet are not that big, I can put a couple pairs in each one. But that just depends. And you can use it, men use this one for neckties. You could put scarves in it. You could put mittens in it. So many uses, but just the fact that that there's a compartment for everything. You can see it all at a glance, so you can get to what you're wanting to find very quickly. So it saves time, and it just looks so nice too. And then this one, can't believe I'm showing you guys my bras, but I really love this one. And I actually have two of these. I use one for swimwear. So I'll put a couple bathing suits actually in each slot. But we spend a lot of money on bras, and if you don't store them properly, they can lose their shape. And so to be able to have slots that fit them perfectly and can fit multiples in there is really nice. So again, that is, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does come with 5. So here is the 5th one. And this one's a little bit deeper. You can see that. Okay. Does anybody have these? I'm curious because they are so good. It's so fun when you first get them and you take that jumbled up drawer and you put it all in there. It's just, I don't know. It's a treat. Call me crazy. Okay. If you've seen my lives before, you've probably seen this one, but I could not do a live on organizing the closet without including Miracle Fold. How many times do you go into a retail store and you look at those perfectly folded shirts and pants and towels and whatever it is, and you think, how the heck do they do that? And many of you might know that typically they'll use a folding board to make them perfect. I find those a little bit difficult. So I discovered this product called Miracle Fold, and it has a little hook right here. It comes with this hook that sticks onto the wall. And so it just hangs in my laundry room like this. And I actually originally bought it for my kids to use because I thought this is a good way to teach them how to fold laundry. And because it's actually kind of fun to do, they might look forward to it and they might do it more and more. Well, that's why I bought it, but I end up using it more than they do because it does make it so much fun and so easy to fold and to have it look like it was done professionally. And it's so fast. And when everything is folded to the same uniform size, then you can fit a lot more on your shelves and in your drawers. And it's easier to find what you're looking for because it's not all, jumbled and mismatched. So I'm going to show you how it works. Super simple. Just a plain white t-shirt. I lay it down on Miracle Fold like this. And it's 3 quick, simple steps. So I'm going to fold this one over. 1, 2, 3. And you have a perfectly folded t-shirt that quick. And so I can do that with 10, 15 t-shirts. Take me about, a minute, maybe 2 minutes. And then when they're stacked up perfectly, all the same size, what I like to do in my kids' drawers especially is I'll take this shirt and fold it one more time. So it's like this, and then I'll file them in the drawers so they can find what they're looking for and take it out. Because if you have kids, you know that what they love to do is they always want that shirt that's on the bottom, I find, and all the ones on top of that end up in a jumbled mess. So why I ever folded them to begin with is, I don't know, because they don't last very long. But when you fold them like this, and then you fold it one more time and file it, they can get to it without messing up all of the other shirts in the process. So this was something that I highlighted in the college kid Amazon Live that I did because I think it's a great solution for college especially if you have a son like I do who is not great at folding. This kind of makes it easy and makes it fun. And My son even has a couple friends that asked for it for their birthday from me. They're like, can you give me that folding thing? And I thought, really? That's interesting. So anyway, that's a fun one, and it's really useful. Okay, another space saver, another one of my favorites. You're seeing it right here. This is a pants holder. I'm going to go on the other side of it. So what you're seeing is actually I can put up to two, I mean, you can probably put up to 4 pairs of pants on each rung here, but I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of pants right here. And what I do is there's 2 hooks. So you can hang them like this to see all your pants, find the one that you're looking for, take it off, or put them on if you're doing laundry. And then when you're done, you just lay it back down, and it's, 7 pairs of pants take up this much space, when typically in a closet they take up this much space. So it's a really great solution for storing and organizing not only pants, but also skirts. And with the holidays coming up, it got me thinking about table linens. And I think a lot of people struggle with storing their table linens, and they typically will use them on a traditional hanger. But this is a great way to save space and to keep it all, pressed and wrinkle-free and ready to use when you want them. So I love this solution. And I think when you try it out, your closet goes from being stuffed full to having all this extra space. It's really great. Okay, this one is another one of those items in my storefront that has become probably the second most popular to the underwear organizer. And I did this one on the college Amazon Live as well, and it was such a hit. I think it was the top seller on the college one. And it's so simple. And then a very good friend of mine, Shannon, in case you're watching, she reached out to me and said, Marcy, can you find a product that solves my problem with all my hats? Because they're all inside my closet, stacked on each other. They're getting they're losing their shape. There's got to be a solution for hats. And I said, funny you should say that, because I just found one that I'm really loving. And that is these little hooks. We played a game at our dinner table where I brought one out and the kids had to guess what it was and what it was for. It was pretty funny, their answers, but none of them was a hat hook. So these are very clever because it's just you peel back the adhesive and then you just stick it to the wall. So I love this for college because you're not going to ruin the walls. You can take these off fairly easily when they move dorms, but for any room. And so I have 10 of them in my bedroom. And so they take up a whole wall. And so all my hats are kind of on display, almost like a, interior design look to it. Looks a little farmhouse-ish actually, but it really solved my problem, that same problem Shannon was having, where my hats were all getting ruined because they were stacked on top of each other. So I took them out of the closet and put them on the wall. And they're so inexpensive. It comes with a set of 8, I do believe. 8, yeah. And they're great for kids' room, baseball hats. Mine are kind of the bigger hats. I've got some cowboy hats. And it just works perfectly and so easy. So a very clever, easy solution to something that I think we can all relate to a little bit. Okay, is that it? I do believe that was my last product of the day. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I always love chatting with you guys, as I said earlier. But if not, then I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight with me. This was really fun, and I love being in my new set. You're going to see me a lot more because now it's going to be so much easier for me to go live all the time. So I'll be switching things out because sometimes I'll be doing a kitchen, sometimes a pantry, who knows what I'll be doing. But this is where I'll be. And again, please follow my storefront so you'll always be notified when I go live. And I will see you back here in a couple days. I'll be posting, I don't know exactly which day yet, but my next segment is called, what's the exact title? I can't remember exactly, but it's essentially how to travel in a beautifully organized way. So it's going to be very clever, beautiful travel solutions, because I think so many of us are getting ready to travel for holidays. And so I thought I would bring in some of my favorite solutions and share them with all of you. And a lot of them make great gifts too. So I hope to see you back here for that. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate your insights and personal experience with these products. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.